To those of you who struggle with self-harm, I'm here to offer you a message of hope. When stressful situations and feelings become too much, you may turn to self-harm as a release. Hurting the body on the outside can shift attention from the painful emotions within. It provides a temporary escape, a momentary relief from the turmoil that engulfs you. The act of self-harm may also stem from a sense of emotional numbness or disconnection. You yearn to feel something, anything, even physical pain. It becomes a way to break through the emptiness, to make your emotional pain tangible. Sometimes self-harm is driven by a feeling of unworthiness or guilt. Whether justified or not, it becomes a form of self-punishment. In those moments, you may feel that inflicting pain upon yourself is a way to pay for perceived failures or mistakes. The act of self-harm can give a sense of control in moments when everything feels chaotic and overwhelming. It becomes a way to regain some semblance of power over your own body and emotions. But the aftermath of self-harm can leave you feeling conflicted, trapped in a cycle of guilt and self-punishment. But here's the thing. You're not alone in this struggle, and there are other people experiencing the same thing. You are not defined by self-harm, and it doesn't have to control your life. You deserve compassion and support simply because you are alive. Together, we can find practical ways to overcome it, to bring hope and healing into your journey. I want to provide you with practical strategies that can help guide you towards healing. You don't have to implement all of them at once, but focus on the ones that resonate with you the most. An essential step in overcoming self-harm is identifying your triggers. By understanding the situations, emotions, or thoughts that lead you down this path, you can develop strategies to either avoid or address them. Becoming aware of these triggers is the initial step toward breaking free from the cycle. Redirecting the urge to self-harm requires finding healthier alternatives. Picture yourself using a red marker pen to draw on your skin instead of cutting. This symbolic act replaces harm with creativity, allowing you to express yourself without causing injury. Another option is rubbing ice cubes over your skin, awakening your senses with the cold sensation while keeping yourself safe. If self-harm serves as a way to calm and soothe yourself, explore activities that offer comfort and relaxation. Indulge in a warm bath or shower, allowing the stress and tension to melt away. Seek comfort and solace in the warmth of a cozy blanket or the unconditional love of a pet. These simple acts can provide comfort without inflicting harm upon yourself. When you feel the need to express pain and intense emotions, consider channeling those feelings into creative outlets. Use pens, paintbrushes, or any other medium to let your emotions flow onto a canvas or paper. Channel your pain into something tangible. Express yourself through art, writing, or music, allowing your colors and words to become a vessel for your emotions, allowing it to serve as a testament to your journey and the strength you possess. Music has a unique ability to touch our souls. Listen to melodies that resonate with your emotions, finding solace in lyrics that express what you're feeling. Let the music become a refuge, a safe space where you can release and process your pain. In moments of disconnection and numbness, it's crucial to reconnect with yourself and the world around you. Reach out to a friend, even if it's just for a casual conversation. Seek support from a supportive online community or engage with self-help resources. These actions can bridge the gap between you and the outside world, reminding you that you are not alone on this journey. When the urge to harm yourself arises as a release of tension or anger, consider engaging in physical activities that provide a healthy outlet. Redirect the negative energy towards positive outlets rather than self-destructive behaviors. Vigorous exercises like running, dancing, or even hitting a punching bag can help you release the negative energy. Alternatively, use stress balls or squishy objects to channel your anger or tension in a constructive way. Lastly, let me share with you a technique called the 5-minute rule. When you feel the urge to self-harm, challenge yourself to wait for just 5 minutes. Then see if you can extend that time for another 5 minutes and then another. By gradually increasing the waiting time, you may find that the intensity of the urge diminishes and eventually subsides. As you embark on your journey of overcoming self-harm, it's important to remember that the path to recovery is not always straightforward. It requires patience, resilience, and self-compassion. If you encounter obstacles along the way, don't be disheartened. Instead, treat yourself with kindness and understanding, just as you would a small child who is learning and growing. It's crucial to recognize that you are not alone in this struggle. Many others have faced similar challenges and have discovered the strength to overcome them. Surround yourself with trusted individuals who can provide support and guidance on your journey. They can be a source of encouragement and help you stay accountable as you navigate through the darkness towards healing and hope. Please embrace these strategies. I want you to be happy, and I want you to be free from self-harm. With patience, self-compassion, and the support of others, I know you will find your way towards a brighter future. I understand that quite a few of you out there are dealing with a pornography addiction. If you are struggling, I want you to know that you have my support and that I'm here to help you through this. Recognizing that you have an addiction is the first step towards recovery. It takes courage to admit it, and I commend you for that. Remember that just because you have an addiction, it doesn't make you a bad person. We're human, and humans are prone to making mistakes. What's important is that you keep trying to stay clean even when you mess up. Every day is a new opportunity to start fresh. Real love and healthy relationships are built on mutual respect, trust, and communication. They are not built on objectification or exploitation. Do not settle for a cheap and empty imitation of love. You deserve real love, and it's out there waiting for you. But you have to be willing to put in the work to overcome your addiction and to build the life you truly want. You don't have to be perfect at it, though. Keep your focus on progress. I believe in you, and I know you can do it. I urge you to seek help if you need it. There is no shame in asking for help, and you don't need to overcome this alone. There are many resources available to help you overcome your addiction, such as support groups, therapy, and online communities. I'll make sure to link some of those in the video description so you can look at them later. Also, I want to remind you that just as with any addiction, it's important to work on building healthy relationships and habits. Watching porn can be a way to avoid dealing with uncomfortable emotions or situations, so it's important to find other ways to cope with stress and negative emotions. But there is hope. You are strong enough to overcome this, and I believe in you. There are countless others who have been in your situation, and they've made it through. You can do it too. You are not defined by your addiction. You are a person with hopes, dreams, and the potential for greatness. My dear friend, please take the necessary steps to start your recovery. I'll always have your back. Greetings. I'm here to teach you how to overcome a deadly addiction that plagues our society. That plague being smoking. Smoking is a detrimental habit that can lead to serious health issues, such as lung cancer, heart disease, and stroke. Just as I fight against the villains who threaten Gotham, I urge you to fight against this villain that threatens your health and well-being. Don't let smoking win. To start your journey towards quitting smoking, it's important to first recognize the harm it causes. Smoking can cause lung cancer, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, and other respiratory problems. It can also increase the risk of heart disease, stroke, and numerous other health issues throughout the body. Nicotine, the addictive substance found in cigarettes, hijacks your brain's reward system, making it difficult to quit. However, there are several strategies you can use to break free from this addiction. One effective method is nicotine replacement therapy, such as gum, patches, or lozenges. These products deliver a small amount of nicotine to your body, reducing cravings and withdrawal symptoms you may experience when quitting. As time goes on, the amount of nicotine provided is gradually reduced, allowing the body to wean off the drug and break the cycle of addiction. Another approach is behavioral therapy, such as counseling or support groups, which focus on changing habits and thought patterns related to smoking. This helps you develop new coping mechanisms and strategies to overcome addiction. There are many resources available, such as the National Cancer Institute's Smoking Quit Line or the American Lung Association's Freedom from Smoking program. Finally, medications such as bupropion and varenicline can help reduce the urge to smoke and alleviate withdrawal symptoms by altering neurotransmitters and blocking nicotine effects. These treatments have been shown to increase quit rates among those trying to quit smoking, and it's important to discuss with your doctor which medication may be the best fit for you. Remember, just as I never give up in the fight against crime, you should never give up in the fight against smoking. Together, we can overcome this deadly addiction and lead healthier lives. Stay strong. Depression is a tough thing to deal with. Even I struggle with it sometimes. Everyone deals with it in a different way, and there is no single solution that fits everyone. Today, rather than me telling you how to deal with your depression, I'm going to share with you my favorite quotes on the subject. These quotes are in no particular order, but I know at least one of them will be meaningful to you. Depression lies. It tells you you've always felt this way, and you always will, but you haven't, and you won't. There is hope, even when your brain tells you there isn't. Never lose hope. This life is worth the struggle. Your future self is pleading with you to stay. You are more than your thoughts. You are more than your fears, and stronger than you give yourself credit for. With depression, one of the most important things you could realize is that you're not alone. If you think you are alone in your problems, you are not alone. There are 7 billion people out there. Someone is going through the same thing. You got this. One day at a time. You are resilient, courageous, and capable. Be proud of yourself. It isn't easy enduring depression or anxiety. No matter how bad things are right now, no matter how stuck you feel, no matter how many days you've spent crying and wishing things were different, no matter how hopeless and depressed you feel, I promise you that you won't feel this way forever. Keep going. Be brave. Be strong. Take your pills. Exercise because it's good for you, even if every step weighs 1,000 pounds. Eat when food itself disgusts you. Reason with yourself when you have lost your reason. Stop hating yourself for what you aren't, and start loving yourself for what you already are. You say you're depressed. All I see is resilience. You are allowed to feel messed up and inside out. It doesn't mean you're defective. It just means you're human. Going through anxiety or depression or any other psychological condition doesn't make you unlovable. It makes you human. Mental illness is not a personal failure. You're tired. You're stressed. You're mentally and physically drained. You feel alone, struggling with the present, uncertain of the future. Life sucks right now. You'll be fine. I promise. It gets better. Just keep moving forward. It's okay to not be okay all the time. If you are depressed and anxious, the main thing I want to tell you is, your pain makes sense. It has meaning. You aren't a machine with broken parts. You are a human being with unmet needs. Don't let anyone tell you you're crazy or broken. You deserve love and practical support. Those are all the quotes I have for you today. I hope you found this helpful. I'll leave some mental health resources for you in the description below. Thanks for watching. Take care, my friend. I'm here for you. Loneliness. It's a feeling that can be overwhelming at times, especially when it seems like there's no one around who understands us. Even someone like me who's surrounded by friends and allies can feel alone sometimes. Believe me, I've been there. When my parents were killed, I felt like the whole world had turned against me. I didn't know how to deal with my grief, and I didn't have anyone to turn to. That's the thing about loneliness. It can make us feel like we're the only ones going through it. But that's not true. There are millions of people around the world who feel just like you do. And you know what? That's okay. It's okay to feel lonely sometimes. It's a natural part of being human. It's also important to remember that you're not alone. There are people who care about you, even if you don't realize it yet. But you have to believe that for yourself. No matter how many people tell you that they care, it won't make a difference if you don't believe it too. After my parents' death, Alfred was the one who took care of me, making sure I ate properly and kept up with my studies. He would listen patiently to my thoughts and concerns, providing me with comfort and wise words of advice. It was a small gesture, but that's when I started to believe that Alfred cared about me. His kindness meant everything to me. Even now, as I continue to fight crime in Gotham City, he is always there for me, ready to lend a helping hand or a sympathetic ear. Alfred's unwavering support has been a crucial factor in my ability to overcome feelings of loneliness and continue on with my mission to protect the city. His kindness and care have shown me that no matter how alone I may feel at times, I always have someone I can count on. So if you're feeling lonely right now, I want you to know that I understand, and I want you to know that you're not alone. You truly do have people in your life who care about you, and there are resources to help you. Whether it's talking to a friend or family member, joining a support group, or even seeking professional help, there are healthy ways to cope with loneliness. I know it's hard at first to get help and talk with others about how you're feeling, but I can promise you, it's worth it. Take care of yourself and remember, you're not alone. I'm here for you when you need me. I know that many of you out there are struggling with anxiety. It's something that affects all of us at some point in our lives, and it can be overwhelming. But I'm here to tell you that it's okay. You are not alone. I know how it feels to be afraid. When I first became Batman, I was afraid too. I was afraid of failing and of not being good enough. But over time, I learned that fear can be overcome. It takes time, patience, and practice. But it's possible. So how can you overcome your anxiety? Well, the first step is to recognize it. Don't try to ignore it or suppress it. Acknowledge it and understand that it's a normal part of being human. Then take some deep breaths. Inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. This will help calm your mind and body. Another technique that can be helpful is mindfulness. This involves paying attention to the present moment without judgment. Focus on your breath or the sensations in your body. This can help you stay grounded and reduce your anxiety. It's also important to take care of your physical health. Exercise regularly, eat healthy foods, and get enough sleep. These things can help you feel better both physically and mentally. Finally, don't be afraid to seek help. There's no shame in asking for help when you need it. Talk to a trusted friend or family member, or seek out a mental health professional. I want you to know that you are strong, capable, and worthy. You can overcome your anxiety, and you don't have to do it alone. Take one step at a time and don't give up. Remember, I'm here for you. If you need someone to talk to, don't hesitate to reach out. Together we can overcome anything. Stay strong, my friend. Self-compassion is a topic that is often overlooked or misunderstood. but it is incredibly important for your well-being. You see, self-compassion means treating ourselves with the same kindness and understanding that we would offer to a friend in need. It means embracing our flaws, accepting our mistakes, and acknowledging that we are only human. Understand that self-compassion doesn't mean excusing harmful behaviors or avoiding personal responsibility. It means being able to recognize your mistakes, learn from them, and strive to do better. It's about embracing your humanity while continuously working towards becoming the best version of yourself. We all face struggles and setbacks in our lives. When those struggles happen, remember that you are not defined by your failures or shortcomings. They present opportunities for growth and self-discovery. In a world that often demands perfection, it's important to embrace your vulnerabilities and accept yourself as you are. Be mindful of your inner dialogue. Instead of harshly criticizing yourself when you mess up, offer words of encouragement and understanding. Treat yourself with the same compassion you would show to someone you care deeply about. You are worthy of love and acceptance, even in your darkest moments. Self-compassion also means taking care of yourself, both physically and mentally. Just as I maintain my physical strength and agility through training, you must prioritize your well-being. Give yourself permission to rest, recharge, or take a break when you need it. Making time for self-care is not a sign of weakness. It's a courageous step towards healing. When you practice self-compassion, it helps you create a foundation of strength and resilience. Resilience and self-compassion go hand in hand. You become better equipped to face the challenges that come your way, and you develop a healthier relationship with yourself and others. I encourage you to practice self-compassion starting as soon as possible. Treat yourself with kindness, forgive yourself, and celebrate your victories no matter how small. Believe that you really are worthy of love, understanding, and acceptance, both from others and from yourself. If you find it challenging to be self-compassionate, please seek out support. Reach out to trusted friends, family, or professionals who can provide guidance and encouragement. You are not alone on this journey, and together we can create a world where self-compassion thrives. Please begin practicing self-compassion in your everyday life. Let it guide you towards a life filled with inner peace, resilience, and the unwavering belief in your own worth. You've got this. I can promise you, it's worth the effort.
I understand that you're feeling frustrated and defeated right now. It's a difficult experience, to say the least. I'm sure you were thinking to yourself things like, how could you let this happen again? What's wrong with you? You'll never be able to stay clean. Just give up. Feeling this way, or thinking these things after a relapse, is perfectly normal. But remember, you're not alone in this struggle. In my line of work, I face setbacks and failures all the time. It's disheartening, but I've learned that talking through the emotions that follow is essential. Don't keep it bottled up inside. Share your feelings with someone you trust, a friend, a family member, or even a support group. Acceptance is a crucial part of the healing process. We're all human, and humans make mistakes. Yes, even me. It's important to acknowledge that relapse doesn't define who you are as a person. It's a temporary setback on your journey towards recovery. After a relapse, you have two choices. The first is to give in and allow this addiction to consume you, to let it control your life, your relationships, and your future. The second choice is to learn from this experience, move on, and live life how you want to live it. To rise above the darkness and strive for a better tomorrow. If you give in to the addiction, how would your life turn out? Would you be happy, fulfilled, or would you be trapped, spiraling further into despair? On the other hand, what if you choose to learn and grow from this relapse? Ask yourself, What have you learned that will help you stay clean in the future? Imagine the strength and resilience you'll gain. You'll become a stronger version of yourself. Perfection is an unattainable goal, and holding yourself to that standard will only lead to disappointment. Instead, strive for progress. Set a standard of trying, of never giving up. Each day is a new opportunity to make better choices and build a brighter future. Remember, everyone is struggling with something, even though you might not see it. Your battle may be different from others, but it doesn't diminish its significance. Be kind to yourself and show empathy towards others. We're all on this journey together. So, my dear friend, I want you to know that you are not defined by your relapse. You are defined by your strength, resilience, and your ability to keep moving forward. Embrace the love and support around you, and never forget that I believe in you. Together, we will rise above. Stay strong and remember, you have the power within you to overcome this.
I see that you're struggling with low self-confidence right now. Today, I want to personally talk to you about it and give you practical tips for boosting your self-confidence. Low self-confidence can cast a dark shadow over your life, clouding your judgment and holding you back from reaching your true potential. It can make you doubt your abilities, question your worth, and prevent you from seizing opportunities. But let me assure you, you possess a strength within you that is waiting to be unleashed. Now let's talk about practical tips to boost your self-confidence. My first tip is to surround yourself with positive influences. Just as I rely on my trusted allies, find friends and mentors who believe in you and support your journey. Surround yourself with positive people who lift you up. Choose friends who accept you for who you are, who see your potential and encourage you to become the best version of yourself. Their encouragement and unwavering belief can help lift your spirits and ignite the fire within. If the people around you are constantly bringing you down, demeaning you, or being toxic towards you, consider seeking out a healthier environment. I'm sure you've heard this one before, but my second tip is to avoid comparing yourself to others. We look at others' lives, achievements, and talents, and we can't help but feel inadequate. It is natural for humans to compare themselves to others. But let me tell you something. You are unique, and your journey is different from anyone else's. Remember that everyone has struggles in life, even if you don't see it. Instead, focus on your own growth and progression. If scrolling through social media makes you feel worse about yourself, you could either spend less time on it or unfollow accounts that make you feel that way. Instead, engage with content that empowers and motivates you. My third tip is physical exercise. Engage in physical activities that energize and strengthen you. Exercise not only improves your physical well-being, but also releases endorphins that uplift your mood. Find a physical activity that brings you joy and helps you build a positive self-image. It could be something as simple as going for a walk in nature or dancing to your favorite music. Taking care of your body is a powerful step toward boosting your self-confidence. The fourth tip is to practice self-compassion. Treat yourself with kindness, especially when you make mistakes or face setbacks. Acknowledge that being imperfect is part of being human. Embrace your flaws and learn from them. Be your own ally, offering words of encouragement and understanding when times get tough. Just as I extend compassion to the citizens of Gotham, extend it to yourself. I have a separate video on self-compassion that goes more in depth, if you'd like to check it out. Tip number 5 is confronting your fears. This is where the most growth happens. Just as I stand against the villains of Gotham, you must face your own fears head-on. Facing your fears doesn't mean eliminating it altogether, but rather developing the courage to take action in the face of fear. Start small, take calculated risks, and gradually get out of your comfort zone. Each time you face a fear, you become stronger and more resilient until you eventually overcome it. It may be scary at first, but doing this will boost your self-confidence the most. To recap, my 5 tips for boosting your self-confidence are: surround yourself with positive influences, avoid comparing yourself to others, physical exercise, practice self-compassion, and facing your fears. I know that these suggestions probably weren't easy for you to hear. Making changes in your life can feel scary and intimidating. It's certainly easier to do nothing and remain in your comfort zone. But no personal growth will occur if you do that. Nobody can make these changes for you. It's up to you to take action. If you find yourself feeling overwhelmed, start by choosing one of these tips that resonates with you the most. Focus on implementing that one until you feel confident in your progress. Then gradually move on to another tip while continuing to apply the previous one. Will you take the first step toward a more confident and fulfilling life? Will you allow self-doubt to hold you back? Or will you embrace these tips, commit to your personal development, and watch your self-confidence soar to new heights? The potential for growth and self-improvement lies within your hands. The choice is yours.